Okay, we gotta talk. Is nobody asking the important questions here? Like, does every bisexual on TikTok have pirate attire? And more importantly, why did no one tell me I needed pirate attire?
Psych bitch you.
Well, I've been dating this girl for over 2 months, and finally, after all, I've got a chance to go and bust a nut. She calls me up and she says, "Hey, do you wanna fuck?" I grab my keys, lock the door, and drive up to her place. I internalize the message, just go knock on her front door. Nothing will go wrong, and that is something I assure. I tell myself in my head, just count to 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, here I go, it's her dad. Wait, fuck, I'm hard. Am I in love with my girlfriend's dad, even though I'm straight? How could this have happened? His beer gut has made me gay. Should I tell her how I feel, or should I just run away? Well, now I've got a problem, and I don't know what to say.
You think I'm cis? This is the most validating thing ever. A TERF calling me a handmaiden? Baby girl, I have a penis. I have a straight up dick. That's just embarrassing. Yikes.
International public bathroom use while being trans. Here's a story for you all. Last year I got a free business trip to London. It was amazing. However, the flight there was awful. I had to stay up for more than 30 some hours, and by the time I got to Heathrow International Airport in London, I was hallucinating. And I had to pee like a racehorse. Like a typical American, I'm walking around Heathrow lost, confused, and hallucinating, trying to find a family bathroom where I can go to the bathroom privately. None to be found, I settle for the women's bathroom. I stumble into the bathroom looking like my masculine self and find a group of Muslim women in various stages of removing their burqas. They scream, I scream, they're trying to cover themselves, they're saying this is the women's bathroom. I'm like, I know it's the women's bathroom. They're like, what do you mean you know it's the women's bathroom? So and they go, oh, you have bee stings and short hair. And then they told me how pretty it was. It was actually a really nice experience and pretty funny too.
With the wrong people sometimes. Some mistakes get made, that's alright, that's okay. You can think that you're in love when you're really just
Gay.
Full-time job as an accountant. As an accountant. Nobody asks you questions when you say you're an accountant.
What do you do?
I'm an accountant.
Where do you work?
At a place where accountants work.
Do you like your job?
Hello, bears of TikTok. This one is specifically for you. It seems that my followers have... Where are my AirPods? It seems that my followers are all twinks, and I need to fix that, please. Thank you.
Alright, campers, I heard from an anonymous source that someone is not supporting trans rights. Not cool, dudes.
To all the straight dudes who are just now seeing my very first TikTok because the algorithm wasn't meant for you. Somehow you found it, some dude sent it to you because he thought I was hot as well. And then you decided to make a duet about it and be angry at the way I look now. First of all, you're not my target audience. Second of all, I'm sorry you're attracted to a dude. I'm sorry.
So y'all have been asking me what I'm gonna do with my silicone bauble mold. Well, I finally know. So my boyfriend moved to Arizona and I made this for him before he left, but it molded. And this is one of the flowers that he got me for my birthday. So I'm going to take the flower out and put my bauble in and mail it to him. That mold, ooh, is so nasty. It's perfect.
So I went thrifting with my mom yesterday, and I grabbed something out of the women's section, and that was enough to launch her on a tirade. You know, I don't think you're a boy. I get it, you're not a girl, but I don't think you're a boy. You're like in between, you know? I'm okay with that. I really don't think that you're a boy. Yeah, Mom, it's called non-binary, you know. I identified as that for 3 years. But sure, just go off, I guess. The funniest thing about this, though, is the article of clothing that made her say this. Like, who wouldn't go for these? They're yellow pants in my size. I'm not gonna find this in the men's section. And they're J. Crew, like...
We have a question. So we've been talking about it. And I showed Anna, my wife, a TikToker that I follow. And I think that they're cute. First I said she, then I said he, and then I was like, they. Just to be safe. But she posed a question.
Because we like to use correct pronouns for people, whatever they choose. If a person goes by they, and you are talking about them in the singular form because
it's one person, do you say they is or they are? Because they are is what we've been taught grammatically, because it's plural, but it's only one person, but their pronoun is they. So is it they is or they are? We don't know. Please help us.
Yes.
Because we're crazy.
Build a path to be together. And I forget the next couple of lines, but then it goes, Secret Tunnel!
It's just polyester, but you like her better. Wish I were Heather.
I'd like to kidnap a Heather and photograph her naked in an abandoned warehouse and leave her tied up for the rats.
Never mind.
Iced coffee, panic attack. Drink iced coffee, panic attack. Drink iced coffee, panic attack.
I don't know what to do without you. I don't know where to put my hands.
You guys, I just got some shocking news tonight. I just found out from hubby Henry here that being a surgeon is not a legitimate career. I mean, I just wasted 15 years on this. I'm double board certified in general surgery and plastic and reconstructive surgery, but it's not legitimate. Hubby Henry says that I should have become a dermatologist.
Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I love everybody because I love you. When you stood up, walked away barefoot, and the grass where you lay left a bed in your shape. I looked over it and I ached. I love everybody because
I thought this was supposed to be the most advanced security system on the planet.
Exclusionary people pulling up the dictionary definition of lesbian to prove to me that I can't be a lesbian has the same energy as white people pulling up the dictionary definition of racism to prove to me that people of color can be racist against white people. Yes, the dictionary says a lesbian is a homosexual woman. The dictionary also says racism is discrimination and prejudice with no mention of its systemic nature. It's almost like a one-sentence definition of a word isn't going to encompass all of its nuance and history.
Hi, this is my attempt at redoing this video because it got taken down for community violations because I am just such a female tits. I have female tits that got transgender male top surgery.
You know what? That's it. That's it. I've had enough. I'm sounding the trans alarm.
Don't you think it's kinda cute that
I just think it's interesting that you're calling me out for invalidating someone's identity while actively invalidating mine? It's being a fucking hypocrite for me.
Hello, LGBTQ community.
I am very literally in the house of some people I just met who are friends with my sweetie from college, and so today, my sweetie works full-time from home and I do college, so I had just finished my school and I was watching a movie in the other room, in their bedroom, and they were doing their work in the living room, and I was like, I'm like touch starved, it's been like an hour, I want to go like kiss kiss. So I walk in the living room and I like give them a hug, give them a kiss, and I'm like, okay, bye. So I like walk out of the room and I like turn around and I look at them. I just look at them and I start stimming. I started happy stimming when I looked at them because my ADHD was like, you're dating this person, you're dating this person, and they are like so far out of my league, it's like crazy. So I was like, I happy stimmed when I looked at my sweetie.
So in my homeroom advisory class today, I said y'all because I try not to use gendered language, and my students were kind of making fun of me because I'm not Southern. And this boy was like, well, you could say boys and girls. And I was like, well, actually, boys and girls still isn't inclusive. And he didn't understand, right? He's 12. Give him a break. And I said, well, some people aren't boys or girls. Some people are both. Some people are neither. And he was like so confused. He's like, how does that work? So we kind of had like gender 101 in my 7th grade homeroom class this morning. And the kids, they were so good. By the end of it, like I had explained it all. I was like, well, like for me, like I'm transgender. Like I was born in a female body, but I have a male brain. And they were just like, oh, okay, cool. It's that easy, people.
These are my questions for the straight guys.
Finally.
Do you like Lady Gaga?
I mean, the hot, talented-ass musician, hell yeah.
Have you ever watched RuPaul's Drag Race?
And you wish you had that much confidence and skill.
When's the last time you were at a gay bar?
You mean the fun kind of bars all the time?
When's the last time you were on Grindr?
I don't know, like, wait.
When's the last time you hooked up with a guy?
It's a trap. It's a trap.
Hi, my name is Lily, and I'm transgender. And if you follow me, you should know that by now. And I just wanted to talk about the most asked question I get. There's actually two. One of them is, what did you look like before you came out as transgender? And the other one is, what is your dead name? Now the first one I can absolutely show you because this is very anticlimactic. This was me 1 year before I came out as transgender. Like I said, it's very anticlimactic. I came out at a very young age, so there's nothing really to see. I mean, not a lot has changed. And the second question, which is, what is your dead name? Now, as a disclaimer, never ask this to a trans person. But since I'm nice and I have long come over my dead name, I will share it to you. Just kidding. I will never tell my dead name to basically anyone. Love you.
My name, my age, my favorite color, my height, my sign, do I have a lover?
I will never understand the hate that only JS gets for being gay. Like, I don't fucking get it. Like, I understand that there's homophobes out there, but like, just fuck off and mind your business.
So yes, but I wouldn't quite use the word cycle because it doesn't really come and go in shifts exactly. It's kind of up in the air. It's ever changing. For me, I do know that I experience feeling masculine about 4 times as long as I experience feeling feminine, but it's not like a set time of when I'm going to feel what way. That said, I'm sure that there are some people who are able to kind of predict what they're probably going to feel like in certain situations. Like, for example, depending on who I'm going to be around or what activity I'm going to be doing, I can kind of guess how I'm going to feel gender-wise. The more uncomfortable I feel in a situation, the less feminine I'm going to present because I feel more safe and confident presenting masculinely. That said, the frequency of the shift in my gender has never been consistent. I can go 2 weeks feeling masculine and then a week feeling feminine, or I can go 3 months feeling masculine and maybe only 2 days feeling feminine. Or I can go a year feeling one way. It's really never been set. For some people it might be though.
Poke it out, poke it out, poke it out, bad ass, poke it out, poke it out.
She passed away? Oh. All right.
My son just said, "Mom, when did you know that you liked girls?" I said, "I don't know, buddy. Probably your age, maybe a little bit older." He goes, "I see why."
JK, I don't think this is a very accurate portrayal of a trans man.
Shut up and read your script.
Hi, my name is Samantha. I mean Samuel. Sorry, I forgot I changed my name because it's such an unnatural decision. JK, what is this? And I really hope I'm put in a boys' dormitory, even though as a biological female, it's not safe for me.
Hey, what spell are you looking for?
What spell am I looking for? Testosterone leviosa.
That's gonna ruin her body.
Welcome to Hogwarts LGBT Club. Me, a lesbian. JK, I'm not a lesbian, I'm a gay trans man.
Same thing.
Titus deletus.
Today at work, this lady came in and she kind of looked around for a minute and then she went to leave, and as she was heading out, she was like, "Sorry, you don't have what I need." and I'm just about sick of hearing that phrase. like what more can I fucking offer you, Jacob? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that was my bad. I got plastic all over the brand new stove that the lesbians I live with just bought. They were pretty pissed off about it. I went to go get Easy Off since we all just saw that TikTok about how Easy Off gets everything off. They were sold out since we all just saw that TikTok, but then GE Appliances, hashtag not sponsored, this is a fucking Samsung stove, they said to try some baking soda and vinegar. I went and got that. It worked really well the first time. I did have to do it like 4 different times to like get everything off, and then I did finish it all off at the end with a layer of Ceramax or whatever the fuck it's called, just to make sure everything was nice and shiny, make sure I had some happy lesbians, which I did. Enjoy pushing your pussies together later on, girls.
Hey guys, I think I might be bi. There's this girl. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely just a lesbian. Great, happy to hear it. We all saw that coming. Okay, so I think I want to use they, them pronouns. I still like girls, but like I'm not sure what the sexual orientation is. That's on hold for a second. Okay, well, we support you no matter what, so just let us know. Keep us in the loop. So they, them is still good. Cool. I still like girls. We're all so happy for you. Maybe I should contemplate my sexual orientation and gender identity. I mean, these kids are just so progressive.
I'm just gonna start meeting homophobic insults with straight-phobic insults that are in the same vein, you know? Like, just pull a reverse card. I get that you're gay, and I have no problems with that, but do you have to be so loud and flamboyant? My apologies, Kyle, but do you have to have less flavor than a LaCroix and the personality of a Xanax?
Eyes blue like the Atlantic, and I'm going down like the Titanic. Eyes blue like the Atlantic, and I'm going down like the Titanic.
Dear Diary, it's now day 16 without Dick, and I'm starting to lose hearing in my left eye and taste in my right.
You know, we're always asking if the LGBTQ plus community is okay, but no, are the homophobes okay? Are you guys okay? Does it get exhausting? I mean, you make us so many fan accounts and so many videos. Do you need some water? Maybe a hot towel? Maybe take a sit? Maybe get some education? Aww.
Okay, cool. So let me show you some pictures of some trans people you would like to date, right? Because they don't have Y chromosomes. So you'd be attracted to him, right? Because he doesn't have any Y chromosomes. I didn't realize this was your type. Oh man, I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat. We are happy to have you as part of the LGBT community.
Wow, I wish I had a big, strong, sexy they/them to help me carry my laundry.
Hey, I heard you needed a big, strong, sexy say they/them to carry your laundry.
I got you.
You can be a little annoying, you know that? Well, you can be oblivious. Well, you can be very judgy. Well, you can be intimidating. You know what else you are? What? The only person I can talk to like this. Okay, if I say.
You gave her your sweater. It's just polyester, but you like her better. Wish I were dead.
Let's talk about why LGBTQ+ is in the order it is. In 1955, gay added a new definition. Originally meaning joyful and carefree, it now also meant a gay man. While the term lesbian already existed, a lot of people would just group them together and just call them gay. The women's rights movement pushed for lesbians to find their own identity and be referred to as lesbians more. This created G&L. The HIV and AIDS epidemic sadly affected a large majority of gay men, and lesbians took care of them medically, financially, and just community-wise, therefore creating a solidarity where the L was then put in front of the G. Bisexuals were largely erased from history, therefore they were kind of fed up, obviously, and by the 1990s, the B was added. In the 1980s, some breakthroughs in trans healthcare started, making the conversation open up a lot more towards trans people, and therefore in the early 1990s, they were added to LGBT as well. Q stands for queer, which was originally used as a slur, but the vast majority of LGBT people started reclaiming it and thus used it as an umbrella term. The plus was then added to include anybody else in the community, basically. This was a really quick history, by the way, 60 seconds.
So do we have any lesbians here tonight? Does anybody know any lesbians tonight?
Where the fuck am I?
Ooh, you know what color we haven't tried yet? Therapy.
Hello there! So I have heard from multiple trans guys that once you start HRT, hormone replacement therapy, the testosterone, basically, bottom growth is kind of uncomfortable. If you don't know what bottom growth is, Google it, it's NSFW. But I moseyed on over to Dick's Sporting Goods, pun intended, and bought this. A child-size athletic cup for boys 7 and under. And I've never been more excited about anything in my life.
Characters who were supposed to be gay, but the creators either couldn't because of censorship, they were cowards, or they never confirmed it, but we know the truth. Hang on. And Number 1, Tulio Miguel. Yeah! I will stand by this till I die. I will die on this rock. There was nothing straight about those two. Also, there was a scene where they did kiss, but but they had to cut it out. But you can still kind of see a frame of it in the end, which is pretty awesome. Next.
What is it about white, cisgender, heterosexual men that bothers you the most? The audacity.
This video is called The Most Accurate Descriptions I Can Give You of the Way That I Think About My Gender. Approximately a woman.
I'm just some guy.
Whatever the implication is of my great aunt giving me flowers for my birthday, but also calling me sport all the time. Dyke. Whatever it means when you just think that any gendered term people use for you, whether it is ma'am or my man, whatever it means when you just think that's funny.
No. No.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Today's the day, TikTok.